Hi there, I'm Dr. Stephanie Falk, and life can be full of stress at times. Especially now, I think, given our current social climate, there's a lot of stress that's bearing down contextually on us, and as well as just the day-to-day stressors that we experience as a part of life. So I want to talk about 3 cognitive interventions that you can try at home to try to mitigate some of the stress. And by cognitive, I mean how we can adapt our thoughts in a way that helps to allow us to experience less stress or to take the edge off of the stress. The first one that I want to talk about is imagery. What's imagery? Imagery is this idea of capitalizing on a past experience in which you felt soothed, peaceful, calm, and bringing that experience into the present. And so what you really need to do is figure out what is the memory, what is the experience that would induce some type of relief in me, that would bring a sense of calm, bring a sense of peace. It doesn't really matter what it is as long as it's powerful for you. So for some people, it could be a particular vacation that they took, walking on a particular beach or being on a hike, maybe cuddling with a loved one, watching a movie. Again, it doesn't really matter what it is, but it's something that speaks to your soul and brings you a sense of peace and calm. And so you capitalize on that moment by really rehearsing it in your brain. What was it like to be in that experience? How did you feel? What experiences did you have that induced that sense of calm? What words were spoken? What did you notice? And so you really try to get into that experience. And you rehearse that enough so that in a moment of distress, you can bring up that experience in a way that can help to dissipate or take the edge off of the stress. Second one that you can try is grounding. What is grounding? Grounding is this idea of utilizing your 5 senses to bring you into the here and now. A lot of times when we're faced with a stressor, our mind tends to spiral, or we have these thoughts that just aren't helpful, and we can overthink things. And so grounding attempts to get you into the present, into the here and now, by noticing everything that's around you. How do your feet feel on the floor? What do you hear? What do you notice? What do you smell? Get into those senses and try to get yourself out of your head and into the moment in front of you. The third thing that you can try is trying to come up with 2 alternative explanations with which to understand the stressor that you're faced with. A lot of times when we're faced with a stressor, we have automatic thoughts that aren't necessarily helpful thoughts. And so it's important to kind of turn them on their head a little bit and try to understand 2 more adaptive ways of understanding the situation. So for instance, maybe a spouse is coming home late from work and it's distressing. And the initial meaning that you make out of that is, oh, he or she doesn't really want to be with me tonight. They don't really care about getting home and spending time together. That might be your knee-jerk reaction, not a helpful way of understanding the situation. So forcing yourself to identify 2 alternative meanings around it would be maybe he or she's just stuck in traffic and they're trying to get home, but they're not able to. Or maybe there was a last-minute task that they didn't anticipate having to complete at work, and they really wish that they could be here with me. Those 2 are much more adaptive thoughts. And when you don't know the truth, you don't have ultimate reality, why wouldn't you want to lean into something that's more adaptive? So I really appreciate you tuning in. Just to reiterate, the 3 techniques that are more cognitive-based that I think you can try at home are imagery, grounding, and 2 alternative explanations. I hope it's been helpful to tune in. If you don't want to miss a video, feel free to subscribe. And I hope this finds you having an absolutely beautiful day. Thank you.